Muscle fiber tears. This occurs when you go gym and do exercise. This is because the muscles tear and repair and become stronger and bigger. To prevent this pain, you should rest and eat correct protein. I'll spot an example of this is boxing, because boxers need strong arms so then they can knock out the opponent. Next, increase blood supply. This blood supply increases because hemoglobin is found in the blood, so therefore when the muscles need that hemoglobin that contains that oxygen, it means that there will be an increase in blood. And because your muscles are contracting, it means that they're generating more lactic acid, which can be removed by oxygen coming to the blood. An example of this is badminton, because as you can see, you move a lot in badminton and your muscles contract a lot. Next, increase range of movements. Increased range of movement is because the synovial fluid. This synovial fluid stops your bones rubbing and like making it sticky. This allows a wider range of movements and you won't be stiff. For example, Sait Mboob, he runs for a long time and has a good range of movement because of this synovial fluid. This allows him to not get stiff quicker. Next, increase muscle pliability. This is when the body warms up. For example, when your muscles warm up, they get loose. This will reduce the risk of injury and it allows a greater range of movements. There's no better example than gymnastics, because as you can see, she has a high range of movements because of increase in muscle pliability. Next, the muscle energy system to acute. Phosphocreatine is high energy band found in muscles and liver. Lactic acid system, short-term energy system. Duration is 60 to 90 at maximum, meaning that you're working full out. Aerobic system is a long-term energy system. It is fueled by oxygen and it helps with oxygenated blood to get to the muscles. Energy continuum. And energy continuum is interact with three systems. Them three systems. Next, cardiovascular system to respond. Cardiovascular system responds to exercise, acute exercise. Heart rate, anticipated response. Heart rate anticipated will increase because before you do a sport, a chemical is released in your body. This chemical would increase your heart rate so that it can be able to send oxygenated blood to the muscles that are going to be used. So this means that you have the right supply of oxygen to your muscles to prevent them from getting injured. A perfect example of this is warming up for a football game, because when you're warming up, you're building up your body so that it can withstand the 90 minutes that they're about to play. Next, activity response. The brain detects that you're about to do sports and sends chemical signals. This will increase your heart rate and makes your heart have stronger pumps. Blood is focused at working muscles. For example, if you eat before you do certain sports, you'll have cramp or stitch in your belly. This is because there's no blood going into your belly. They're going to working muscles. An example of this is tennis. For example, when you do tennis, you won't have as much blood, say go into your legs, as much as your arms, because you're using your arms constant. Although there will still blood oxygenated blood going to your legs because you need to run from side to side. Next, increasing blood pressure. Blood pressure will increase during exercise because of the demand of blood, oxygenated blood. This can be stopped by mechanisms that prevent you from having high blood pressure, which is life-threatening. Aerobic exercise will increase blood pressure due to your intensity. So this means 100-meter sprint, you would have higher blood pressure than long distance because your intensity is higher at 100-meter sprint. That's what this photo shows. Next. Vasodilation. Vasodilation is when your body is hot and your veins increase in size so that the air can cool them down and cool the blood down. Also, you sweat. That's a natural body reaction to being too hot. This means that you can cool down as the sweat evaporates and the cold wind hits you. An example of this is Michael Jordan in basketball. As they play indoors, they'll have more vasodilation. Next. Vasoconstriction is when your body temperature is too low. This is when your veins constrict to save heat in the body. This allows your body to keep its normal temperature and stay warm. An example of this is ice hockey, as they play in a cold surface, and they will need this to stay warm before their body naturally heats up through exercise. Next. Supporting the nervous system response to acute exercise. Increasing breathing. Neuro and chemical control. A chemical is released before sports. This, as I touched on on one of the first slides, it prepares your body for sports, helps you main muscles to get the right amount of oxygen. Neuro, there's two types. One is voluntary, means that you choose to breathe. For example, when you need breath, you will breathe. And one is involuntary, meaning that we do without thinking. This is good because involuntary is when you sleep because you don't think about you breathing. Voluntary is when you're doing sports and you're thinking about breathing to get oxygen in. And a chemical in the brain will be released or will detect the amount of carbon dioxide that's in your body. This would therefore increase the amount of oxygen intake, so therefore it can get rid of the carbon dioxide in the body. Next. Increasing tidal volume. Tidal volume is the amount of air you take in one single breath. This is 500 milliliters of air. That's a lot. And tidal volume during sports increases because you need to take in more breath to help your muscles get the right amount of oxygen to prevent them from being damaged or injured or lactic acid buildup. A good example is rugby, as it's continuous and you're always running. So therefore, you will need an increase in tidal volume so that your muscles will have the right amount of oxygen. Next. That's it.